Wow, that's far. Didn't think I made it that far. Funny story. No kidding, for about 5 minutes, I literally just laid like this the entire time. Just right here. Of course, this is a pretty big video. It means it's the state of my being address. And it's also a month of August in retrospective. It's a pretty big day. Well, I suppose I shouldn't keep you guys waiting anymore. If you can't tell, I'm not looking forward to jumping in the water at this point, because I don't know what's going to happen. Oh well. Here goes. Whew. Oh yeah. Some of that went up my nose. And shock of all shocks, it's freezing. No, not freezing, but still cold. Hold on. All right. Good morning and happy Sunday, folks, and welcome to the State of My Being address. If you don't know how this works, every 100 days, I try to dedicate a video to elaborating on how I'm feeling, because, listen, yeah, I've shared my feelings on camera many times, but, I could just simply say, I'm feeling happy at the moment, I'm feeling content, but I don't really elaborate on it like I should. And that's that's a problem everybody has when you think about it. And I need to be, and could I do it more often? Sure. But I also wanted to do something significant as well. That's why on day 400, yes, I remember how, wow, that's how I was, day 400, holy cow. I decided I would dedicate a video once every 100 days so I can elaborate on how I'm feeling, as well as talk about all the other stuff that's happened in the previous 100 days. And my goodness, did a lot happen. But before I do any of that, I need to talk about my low and high, my act of kindness. So, well, I guess my low is, after today, I gotta go back home. But, it's fine. I'm gonna have a good day today, and that's all that matters. But last night, holy cow, what happened last night? Let's see. How about the fact I went to a rodeo? And then I saw Claudia Hoyser right after. That is insane. Yeah, I still have my wristband from the rodeo. Hold on a second. Couldn't be one of these videos without these. Or this. Or this. Get my chair. I did not do a very good job of tying this towel around me. There we go. And now there's one more thing I gotta grab. Hold on. I had to make sure I did this proper. Yeah, there's like you can't see behind you, but there's a ridiculously long extension cord, and you know what, let me move you guys up a little bit more. One moment. Maybe a little more, there we go. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that's better. So, I guess the only thing to do now is talk about, what happened not just this month, but the last 100 days. I mean, when you think about it, the last time I did this video it was right before Memorial Day started. Like, I think about a week before Memorial Day. And from that moment on, summer really kicked off. Hold on. Pretty sure 100 days ago would have been May. We had 30 in June, 31 July, so that's 90. So yeah, like right before Memorial Day. That's insane. When you, it was the Friday before Memorial Day. I remember now. It was the Friday before Memorial Day, right? I mean, look it up real fast. Yeah, for the 23rd. It was the 23rd. I went back to Cuca Lake, and that's when summer kicked off. I mean, and the 100 days just really went off without a hitch. I mean, literally the Saturday after I got up to the lake for the first time, I went to 2 country music concerts. Twice in a row, actually. The second day was, one of the bands wasn't country, but I went to 4 concerts in the span of 2 days. That's insane. Then Memorial Day happened. I saw the remaining softball games of the season as well. Holy cow. Saw several bands like the End Brothers, Oliver St. Vith. Hold on. Shoot, there was another person I saw. Let me see if I can find it again. Anyway, yeah, I'll look it up later. Saw a bunch of concerts. Went to Fox Run Vineyards went to a few places for the first time, like Fox Run Vineyards, Relative Risk Brewing Company, Abandoned Brewing Company for their adult prom. Hello, like, that's insane. It was Laura Thurston. That's who I saw, and it was on Friday the 3rd. I saw Laura Thurston at Main Deck on Friday the 13th. It was Friday the 13th. I think it's supposed to be incredibly unlucky, but it wasn't. It was a good day. And you know what? Next day, I went, for the first time ever in my entire life, I went to the Watkins Glen Waterfront Festival and Cardboard Boat Regatta. Yeah! Saw a bunch of people make cardboard boats. That was awesome. I went to a quinceañera for the first time. Seriously, like, that is an experience I'll probably never see ever again. Going to a quinceañera, that's insane. Tried a whole bunch of different flavors of Ritas. Went to a couple farmers markets, including the one in Corning and the one in, and I finally went to Weisner Market for the first time in Elmira. Never been to that one before. And I saw a lot of movies like Elio. I saw Superman, F1, Fantastic Four: First Steps, K-pop Demon Hunters. I saw Scott Mayo perform at Illegal Tap House. Let's see, what else did I do? Spent more time with my family. I noticed I did, which is awesome. Went back to places like Union Block Italian Bistro and the Antique Inn and Timberstone Grill, Cuca Restaurant, the Swits, the Village Tavern. I went to the Village Tavern last night with my folks too. Lakeside. Let's see what else happened. I remember I got my friend who was celebrating her birthday on July 3rd a couple of jars of pickles. I wasn't able to actually go to the party, but I did get her a gift, which is most important. The 4th America's 249th birthday. There was a 4th of July parade. Claudia Heuser performed at the Switz on 4th of July. Went to the Point of the Bluff Vineyards for the 10-year anniversary celebration. Finally tried the Park Inn for the first time, which is what my grandfather really liked. I finally learned how to work the grill up here. That's crazy. Talked about Superman already. You know what? There was friends that were visiting from Florida. I only see like once, maybe twice a year. Went to the Elbow Room to go see them. That was great. Went to a church service that took place outdoors. That was fun. You know what? I got the watermelon feta salad a couple times from Honor Roll, and I turned my mom onto it too. Yeah, my mom is now a fan of the watermelon feta salad from Honor Roll, which sadly actually technically yesterday, it's no longer being served because Honor Roll's closed on Sunday, and they're closed on Mondays anyway, but Monday's Labor Day, so you know what? I counted 4 times I had the watermelon feta salad from Honor Roll. I'm good. Speaking of 4, I mentioned Fantastic Four. Went to Cousin's Maine Lobster a couple times. Once at Fox Run Vineyards. Claudia Heuser played at Laurentide Beer Company. She's going to be playing on the 1st, but I'm not going to be able to, on the 5th, this upcoming Friday, but I'm not going to be able to go because Horseheads has their first game, which is something I'll get into in a minute. Let's see. I went shoe shopping with my mom. That's cool. I went to, hold on, where's my computer mouse? A little error right there. I got my car washed by the Soaring Eagles under-11s girls soccer team, and then I went to Wrecked Brewing Company for their 1-year anniversary of being in business. Congrats, shout out to Wreck Brewing Company for being open for 1 year. That's awesome. I made sure I spent some time with my family that was visiting from Ohio. I got to see Peyton Clark perform at Laurentide Beer Company. I mentioned Superman, Fantastic Four. I actually saw them twice. The second time for each of them was with my parents. So yeah, that was awesome. Made sure I spent time with my mom. Also, actually, not only did a couple times we went to Honor Roll for lunch. We went to Old World Cafe in Corning for lunch. That was great. Oh, you know, how can I talk about this past 100 days without talking about the fact I volunteered at the Joe Blythe Jr. Memorial Golf Tournament. And you know what? The night before, I saw Claudia Heuser at Relative Risk Brewing Company in Seneca Lake. I mentioned Relative Risk Brewing Company. That's why. First time ever there. Let's see. Okay. A couple of times, I will admit, I had a few days on here, but I kind of cheated because if I got pumpkin spice that day, I immediately added as one of the best days of 2025. But you know what? It's my list. And you know what? My inner white girl is most pleased. Yes, I have an inner white girl. And my inner white girl wants pumpkin spice. All of the pumpkin spice. And you know, I was able to obtain it. Hold on. I keep forgetting. I keep making typos on here. You know what? I mentioned going to lunch with my mom. Went to Bully Hill. I actually went for a few wine tastings. Went for a wine tasting at Point of the Bluff for the 10-year anniversary. Went at Fox Run Vineyards when Cousin's Maine Lobster was there. Had a wine tasting there. Had a wine tasting at Bully Hill. That was awesome. Went to Smoke on the Water. Went to my very first barbecue competition, which was awesome. You know, I mean, honestly, for my first time, it was great, but next year I know how to plan things better. So it's going to be even better next year when I go. Can't wait for that. Saw Claudia Hoyser at Cuca Spring Vineyards. That's another place I went to for the first time. Celebrated my nephew's 4th birthday. That's cool. Let's see. Lots of pumpkin spice stuff I mentioned. One afternoon I went, you know what? I just mentioned the watermelon feta salad earlier. The last time I probably had it was just this past Thursday. I went with my mom, and my mom took my nephews. So it was my nephew's first time at Honor Roll. One of my nephews actually shared the watermelon feta salad with my mom because my mom wanted to give him some of it. And my other 2 nephews split a meatball sub, which they devoured. I mean, what can I say, man? Honor Roll's awesome. Hashtag feed the 607. Let's see. I tried Snug Harbor for the first time after many, many years. I tried the Asian sticky wings and the fish and chips, and they were very, very, very good. What else did I do? I mean, technically I also went to the Horseheads Blue and White game, but honestly, it really wasn't that big of a thing. So, yeah. And last night, you know, I went to my first rodeo. Like, that's not my first. Oh, last night, Mud Creek Bison Ranch Rodeo. That was my very first rodeo, and it was awesome. Holy cow! Like this is what I mean. Only in the last couple of years have I really become a country fan, but this is something that my heart needed. It was so cool. Seeing all the horses and bull riding and stuff like that was awesome. How dangerous it would be. There's some rodeo clowns. That was awesome. And right after that, Claudia Hoyser performed. And she did Call It Out, which I did the dance for. Yeah. I actually was the only one who knew the dance too. Although I will admit, not how Claudia Hoyser's ever going to see this, but the tempo of the song was faster than it normally is, I noticed. At least I noticed it anyway. And for whatever reason, for the most part, I got the dance down, but there's one interlude where you think you should be doing one move for one part of the song, but if you're doing the dance all the way through, it doesn't work that way. But you know what? That's neither here nor there. I mean, yeah. The month of August, you know what? Now it's been the greatest 25 months of my life. And these last 100 days, dude, what better way to have a set of 100 days than during the summer? And summer's technically not even over yet. And on top of that, fall's coming up. Football's coming back, which, by the way, shout out to the Ohio State University for being the Texas Longhorns. Yeah, by the way, I saw what happened with Dave Portnoy. That was awesome. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Dave Portnoy is probably an awesome hang. I don't know if I'd like it if he was making fun of me, though. That's okay, though. We like Dave on this channel. Dave Portnoy is the man. Shout out to Dave Portnoy. Yeah, if you watch the YouTube videos of a Big Noon Kickoff, you'll know it's pretty awesome. Honestly, what Dave Portnoy did to the Ohio State University fans is what I, as a Cowboys fan, would do to the Eagles. Yeah, that'd be pretty. Or you know what? I did sort of do that last night because I ran into a couple of members of the Bills Mafia at the rodeo. It was actually really fun. Wonderful people. I mean, seriously, shout out to the Bills Mafia. You guys are really, the nicest people ever. Really ever. I wish there was more people like you guys out there. Sadly, there is not. But at least I try. Anyway, what's coming up, man? Wow. I mean, September starts tomorrow. You know, we got Labor Day tomorrow. We got Columbus Day. We got Halloween. We got Thanksgiving. And actually, those are the major milestones, because the next set of 100 days is going to end on December 9th? It'd be a Tuesday. I know the next day of my being address is going to be on a Tuesday. Let's see. Well, there's 30 days in September. 31, that's 61. 91 after. Yeah, it will be December 9th, if I did my math correctly. Which I'm looking forward. Yeah, I'm looking forward to. For a second, I thought there was 31 days in November, but no, that's not it. In the interim, there's birthday. My mom's birthday's coming up. My sister-in-law's birthday's coming up. My twin nephew's birthday's coming up. Nephew's birthdays are coming up. Excuse me. Horseheads football's back. I'm excited, man. Oh, I'm getting the Blue Hammer Award ready to go. I'm pumped, man. I can't wait to see him play on Friday. Well, I don't know what I'll do. I mean, I owe it to myself to go to the home opener for sure. But I also want to see Claudia Hoyser perform at the Laurentide Beer Company on Friday as well. And I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do both. You know what, I guess it'll depend on my mood. If I wind up doing one, that's great. If I wind up doing the other, that's also great. In the perfect world, I'm able to do both, but I can't move at light speed, so what can you do? I know what I can do today, and that's enjoy my day. You know, it's the last Sunday of the month of August of 2025. The Sunday before Labor Day. And we're having family coming up. I'm excited to see them. My mom made lasagna. I made guacamole. In fact, that's actually why this video is coming out a little bit later. I made guacamole. We're having shrimp. Having some chips and dip. We're on the gamut, man. Call it a hunch, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a pretty great day today. And you know what? It'll be the perfect way to end the month of August. So, I guess there's only one thing left to do, and that's to do this. I hope you like this video. If you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I am very humble in this video. For all of you guys who watch and enjoy for today, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Sunday. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk, I'm always going to be here to lend and I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.